Ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir. I'm here. Welcome one more time to the Big Time Show podcast that is being heard and seen and witnessed, on Podbean, the home of the Big Time Show podcast, and here on the Spotlight Sports Network, definitely, and of course live right now on Facebook, live on Twitter and YouTube and Twitch and everywhere in this replay that some of you are hearing, even though you're not live. You're hearing this on Spotify and Pandora and Google Podcasts and iHeartRadio and Tumblr and LinkedIn. All of you that are listening to me from wherever you're listening to me from, I appreciate you guys even just taking the time to come hang with your boy. I appreciate it so much. What is going on tonight on this Monday night? What is going on? I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I told you so, didn't I? If you were with me on Saturday, I talked about Dalton Schultz, didn't I? See, that's why y'all gotta come on and hang with your boy and listen to me, because it seems whatever saying what I'm saying, slowly but surely turning into truth. The big news today out of Cowboy land, and I'm sharing. That's the reason I'm not looking at you. I haven't spoken to some of you yet. I will in just a second. I promise you. And while you're at it, why don't you help me by sharing this little content that I'm putting out? All right. I'm almost through. I told you guys Saturday that, a little drama may be brewing with Dalton Schultz. Didn't I tell y'all that? And sure enough, here we go. Just in case you haven't heard, Dalton Schultz decided today, extremely early, to put out the news, or through his agent or whoever, that he will not be attending the rest of the OTAs for this week. Now, we'll get into a little bit more details there. Before I do that, let me speak. What's going on? Tavis, what's up? E. Kush, yes, sir. Joe, what's going on? Appreciate you so much for coming and hanging with your boy tonight. Listen, Dalton Schultz decides that he is not going to attend. All right. You know, I get it, and I want to be fair to Dalton tonight. Before I go in, that really, to be honest with you tonight, you can't blame him. I mean, once we start digging into this, I really can't blame him. All right. For those that do not know, let's start walking through this. We ain't got time to do a lot of playing around. You see, timing is everything when it comes to money and everything else. The Dallas Cowboys, number one, should not have franchise tagged him. Okay, that's the first thing. Let's get that out the way. They should not have franchised him. That's my opinion. Most people will agree. They should not have franchised him. However, when they franchised him, they thought, I know they were thinking that they probably could get him for cheap, even if they extended him. They probably thinking they can get him for cheap. However, the worst thing happened with them. And I'll get into that in just a second. But let's be fair to Dalton. Let's be fair to Dalton tonight. Number one, it's voluntary OTAs, which bottom line simply means he does not have to be there. And there is no penalty for him not being there. So it is really up to the player to decide if he wants to be there. Let's get that straight. He is not obligated to be there. No matter what you feel about him, no matter if you feel like he should be there, he does not have to be there. That's the reason why it is called voluntary OTAs. For team bonding, it's good for him to be there. It's good to get his rhythm with that. No doubt about that. He needs to be there for continuity with the offense. You got a lot of trying to impose your will with your running game. He is a part of that. The quicker he starts learning, getting used to his players, his linemen, it's the better. It's just that simple. So, whatever you feel about it, he does not have to be there. He does not. He does not have to be there. That's fairness to Dalton Schultz. Most people say, well, you need to be there because you're not that raw. You're not the greatest tight end in the league, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever you feel, here are the facts. He does not have to be there. So let's get that part out the way. He does not. Would I like him to be there? Yes. I personally would love him to be there, but he has that choice. But here it is. When you do the franchise tag, you have, at least with this year, you have until July the 15th to sign him to a long-term deal. I mean, it's only June the 6th. We got a little ways to go before the deadline of the 15th comes. Now, deadlines in the NFL usually mean things get done if they really want the player. So this thing could go down to the 15th. All right, let's get that straight. Dalton is doing business-wise, y'all. Business-wise, I think he's doing the right thing. Now, some of y'all ain't gonna like that. Notice I said, business-wise, he is doing the right thing as for right now. However, this is not the time to get too crazy because this is voluntary. And everybody's, most of us Cowboys are there. Next week, when the veterans come in and all that kind of stuff. I mean, when the whole team is required to be there, I'm sorry. That's next week. Then if he does not show up, he can be fined with the days that he missed. That's when it's going to get a little tricky. So he's trying to play hardball at the wrong time, but in my opinion, he's planting seeds. That's trying to say, okay, he just trying to let them know, y'all think I'm a good company boy. No, that's what Dalton Schultz is planting here. He's planting this seed now that he is trying to let them know. I know y'all think I'm a good company guy, but I'm here to tell you, no, I'm not. I need my money too. All right, that's what he's saying. And the reason why I feel, here's the main reason why he don't need to show up, y'all. Listen to me and listen to me good. He has been franchise tagged, okay? He has been franchise tagged, but guess what, y'all? He has not signed the contract. So, the voluntary workouts he's done has been without him signing the franchise tag offer. It has not been signed. So can you blame him? Business-wise now. Business-wise. I mean, his body is the moneymaker, and he has no contract other than the franchise tag. Now, of course, you know how this goes. He can sit out the whole year. He ain't gonna get paid, but he can sit out the whole year. He can't go nowhere else. He's been franchise tagged. I believe he's gonna sign it. I thank you, Coach. I believe he's gonna sign it too. I'm just saying, as of now, he has not. He has not signed it. So he's trying to play a little hardball. He is. He's trying to play a little hardball. He is. Now, the franchise tag is probably going to be the starting rate. Okay? And I see you, Kush. I see you in the comment section. I think everybody has their opinion about what he is. But the worst thing happened for the Jones family. The worst thing happened. We got into this on Saturday. For those that were not here on Saturday, I'm going to repeat myself because we had started this. Coach Price, myself, we had started this, and I'll be dang, 2 days later, here we go. This is the worst thing that happened for the Jones family. However, it is the biggest blessing for Dalton Schultz. That right there. The worst thing that happened. Hey, John, the worst thing that happened to the Jones family and the blessing for Dalton Schultz is right before your eyes. David Njoku, who has changed the market for tight ends. He has changed the market for tight ends. So as you look at this, this right here will be somewhat close to the starting rate for Dalton Schultz because the truth be told, I'm going to show you in a second that there's not too much of a difference between Njoku and Dalton Schultz. Matter of fact, truth be told, Dalton Schultz stats are better than David Njoku. So when you look at this, look at it. 4 years, $54 million a year. That's one for that's almost $13 million a year. Then he got an $11 million signing bonus. $11.4 million signing bonus. 28 of it is guaranteed. Annual average of $13.6 million a year. And I already know what you're saying. And it's just true. Njoku ain't worth that. I know he's not. But Cleveland thought so. And Cleveland has changed the whole game. Because I guarantee you, these numbers that you're seeing here, the Dallas Cowboys are not even nowhere thinking about all this. They probably thought they were going to sign Dalton Schultz to something along, way cheaper than that. Coach said he had signed the tender. Okay, I thought he did not. Okay. I thought he did not. All right. Let me change my scenario slightly. I thought he did not sign it. I'm sorry. Coach says that he has. That's fine. However, since that is the case, that makes it even more clear why he's going to hold out. Because of this right here, what you're seeing. This is the reason. Because Dalton Schultz knows he had better stats than David Njoku. He did. He knows it. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Okay. Let's look. And I want to show you this so that we can understand this together. Let's look at it. This is, let me widen it out just a little bit more for you. So I hope y'all can read that. And I'll just keep going up. Let's look at this. Matter of fact, let me really pump it up. All right. David Njoku, this is his career. I just did the career numbers from 2017 to 2021. That's Njoku. Schultz came a year later at 2018 to 2021. I'm looking at another screen, so I know you guys may be chatting. I'll come back to it when I'm watching another screen. So let me just walk through this, and y'all walk through it with me. Look, let's just look. I'm moving. Let me see. David Njoku, you see that G there? That's games. David Njoku has played 5 more games than Dalton Schultz, and he came in a whole year earlier. Okay. This is their career now. Look at the receptions in receiving. REC. Njoku has played 1 year more than Schultz, but Schultz has 154 receptions for his career, and Njoku has 148. This is the comparison. Yards. Njoku has 1,754 yards, 15 touchdowns, 11.9 average. Schultz has 154 catches, 1,545 yards, 12 touchdowns, and he's played 1 year less. All right, per game, it looks the same, y'all. Look at this. Look at the per game. Look at the receptions. They're averaging at it only 2 to 3 catches a game, averaging. Look at that. 2 yards difference between Njoku and Schultz. Only 2 yards. And a per game, they're not even averaging a touchdown a game. Schultz has played more playoff games. He's killing them. 8 receptions, 109 yards, 5 catches, 66. Because Cleveland don't go to the playoffs. So the Cowboys, ain't too much farther ahead, but that he's got more. All right. In the playoff game, you know, sure, Joker's only played one playoff game from two playoff games. I'm sorry. Schultz only played three. Not too much of a difference. About 3 yards per catch. Schultz has 3 more yards. I'm saying they're the same, almost the same player. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. Look at the numbers. There's not really much difference in that. However, Njoku got what? What? Let me get to Njoku is not known as a physical blocker, and Schultz is not either. Not known for it. What's up, max coverage? He's not. I mean, both are not known as awesome, you know, blocking guys. They're just not. They're not. And it's unbelievable what you're seeing, the amount of money that they are paying. It's unbelievable. I mean, you look at the numbers there. It's real, and keep in mind, Njoku has played another whole year in front of Schultz. It's not much difference. But Lord have mercy, Njoku got paid like he's one of the great tight ends in the game. You can name about 5 or 6 tight ends better than Njoku, right on top of your head. And I'm being nice, you know. He's not no slaw. He's a passing threat, but he's not known as a running tight end blocker or that much of a gigantic difference in game planning. He only averaging right at 2 catches a game. That's what the stats say. And I realize we're talking about Cleveland, but even with Baker Mayfield, who was probably the best quarterback they had in years, he still got same stuff. But he got $54 million, y'all. And Dalton Schultz has got to be sane. Because I would say it. And you would too. Look at this. Dalton Schultz has got to be saying, wait a minute. This is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I thought I was going to get way less more. But Dalton Schultz done changed the game. All I can tell you is thank you. Because I got to have that. I got to have that. If you're paying Njoku that, you're going to have to pay me that. Because I'm better than Njoku. That's what he's saying. And that's why you got all the drama that is going on now with Dalton Schultz. Look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Schultz has, you know, in fairness to him, let's go back. Let me go back to really hit this home. Just to really hit this home. I want y'all to see something. Cause see, I don't want y'all to think that I'm trying to accuse. He's not. He's not. Let me get to this. Let me get to this. Look at Dalton Schultz, y'all. Look at Dalton Schultz. I want y'all to look at the last 2 years. We all know, you know, we don't even count them first 2 years. You know, don't even count that. Look at the last 2 years. Particularly, I want you guys to look at right here. This TGT, which means targets. These are the targets for the last 2 years. Look at that. 2020, he had 89 targets. Look at the catch radius. Let's go all the way down to right here. Y'all see the catch, CTCH percentage, 70.8. He got better the very next year. So there's one thing about it. We can't say he did not get better. Look at the targets again in 2021. 104 targets. 808 yards, 78 receptions, 10.4 average, 75, go to the catch, 75% catch radius. You can't, I mean, he got better. He's a bona fide target for Dak Prescott, obviously. 104 targets. The truth of the matter is he probably is a safety net. You can consider him a safety net. When you get the ball over 100 targets in the season, and he's durable, let's say, games, he played 17 games, 15 he started, whatever the case may be, 17 games he played. Listen, he got better. He did. 8 touchdowns. I mean, hey. He did. He got better, y'all. I'm not for to trash him. He got better. But he's not worth no $13 million now. No, he's not. He's not. He's not worth the contract that Njoku got, even though I know that's what he got his eyes on. You'll be a fool if you're not. You'll be a fool if you go in there saying, I'll take the hometown discount and all that. This your first real chance of the contract. I can't blame him, but you done let Njoku sending you to the wrong place. And in fairness, as much as y'all know, I talk about Stephen Jones. If you're talking about Amari Cooper is not worth what his contract demanded, there's no way in the world you are going to pay that Dalton Schultz that type of money, because he's not worth that. So what am I saying? Y'all enjoy y'all last year with Dalton Schultz. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Enjoy your last year with him. After he do this franchise tag. So you can't go to him and say, in negotiation, Njoku messed this stuff up. Njoku has messed this up. Well, he ain't messed it up. He got his. I'm saying, but he has messed it up for the thought of the Cowboys holding on to Dalton Schultz. Njoku has blown this thing up. Kudos to him. He got paid. You got to get it while you can. He has messed it up for Schultz, because Schultz is gonna play this negotiation card. Like, okay, Njoku got this, and look at my stats. Look at my stats. Exactly, Coach. I mean, let me do this in fairness, so nobody don't think I'm just yapping at the mouth here. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Don't make sense. He's going to use it, and I'm telling you, if he don't use it, he's robbing himself. Now, he may not get this type of money nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? He may not get it, but with the Cowboys, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to do it. I just wanna do this so we can be fair to Schultz. Let's look. Y'all ain't gonna believe this mess. And he got paid. I'm just gonna show you. I'll let the stats be the judge, okay? Let's let the stats be the judge. Let's let the stats be the judge. This is just last year, y'all. Let's go to the receiving. It's David Njoku last year. Look at this. Then look at Schultz. Look at this. 36 receptions, 475 yards, 4 touchdowns for Njoku. 78 receptions, 808 yards. What's up, Cincinnati Crew? 8 touchdowns for Schultz. Look at this. Look at this mess. Per game. Look, this last year. This let you know how well Schultz has gotten better. Or at least how much they value him. Look at this. David Njoku averaged what we say for his career, right at 2 catches a game. Look at that. 2 catches a game for 29.7 yards a game. Then less than a touchdown. Schultz, on the other hand, last year, averaged right at close to 5 catches a game, 47 yards a game, and almost a touchdown a game. Of course, the Cowboys were playoffs, and in the playoff game, look what Schultz did. 7 receptions, 89 yards as a tight end. Very respectable. Of course, Cleveland didn't make it. But what I'm saying is, based off of this year here, the Cleveland Browns said, man, we got a Travis Kelce in the house. That's what they said. That's what they said. Okay? That's what they said. We had, okay, coach, I'll go there. I see what you're saying. Let's see how many targets. I forgot the number that Schultz had. I forgot the number that he had. As far as targets, it was 104, I believe. 104 targets for Dalton Schultz. Let's see what Njoku had last year. Well, see, the stats don't lie. The stats don't lie. The stats do not lie. Okay. This just blew me away what I just saw. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all see. Oh, the stats don't lie. Look at Njoku, y'all. Thank you, Power Cards, for subscribing. Look at this. Go down to 2021. Remember the abbreviations. He played in 16 games. He had 53 targets. 53 targets. Dalton Schultz had over 104 targets. 104 targets. 53 for Njoku. And the Cleveland Browns paid him like he's Travis Kelce or somebody. Like he Kittle from the 49ers. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see? See, we ain't got to wonder about this thing. We gonna bring the facts here. We gonna bring the facts. The Cleveland Browns, as he could say it earlier, just as he said, he's gonna say, the Cleveland Browns said, look, we gonna pay you for the potential that we think you have. And that's the only thing I can say. And they paid him 4 years, $54 million, and 11 point whatever signing bonus. 28 of the $1 million of the contract is guaranteed. And this man, as you can see, the stats don't lie. Look at that. 50, go to 2021. Look at this. Look at this. 53 targets last year. Only 36 receptions. Remember, Schultz had a 75, I think 70 something, so over 70% catch radius. Look at Njoku, that CTCH, 67.9. I mean, wherever you look, Dalton Schultz, destroys this guy. And that's why I'm telling y'all, I can't blame Dalton Schultz tonight. No, I don't think he's supposed to get paid no $13 million because he's not that type of guy. He's not. But he compared to what the Joker do, he's supposed to go in there and say, wait a minute, y'all. I know y'all thought y'all gonna sign me for about $8 million or 7 or 7.3 or something like that. But hold up. There's nowhere in the world I'm gonna let David and Joe out, get paid more than I do. He don't do as much. He don't. If you basing us both as a pass catching tight end, then guess what? Schultz gonna say I'm better. And then if you say as a blocking tight end, well, if you say Joker's better, it ain't by much. And for those that believe Schultz is a better blocker, hey, it's probably not by that much. Huh? Now, and Coach, you already beat me to the point. And the truth of the matter is, when it comes to Dalton Schultz, let's be realistic, y'all. Let's be very realistic. Is Dalton Schultz with those 104 targets and those 78 receptions? It shouldn't be that hard because, as I said in the last show, all of the attention belongs primarily to two men. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. You're supposed to be open. You ain't got nobody blocking you. And in the zone, Dalton Schultz deserves credit because he is crafty at finding the spot in the zone to make the catch, a la Jason Witten, who made a living off finding the right hole at the right time, and it seemed like he was always open. That's why Schultz had 104 targets. That's why he caught 78 balls, because he found his way open and mostly in zone. But when the attention is given to Amari Cooper, who was demanding a double team, and then CeeDee Lamb demanded attention, and I ain't brought up Michael Gallup. I mean, come on. And then let's really take it to the next level. When they had Cooper, Lamb, Cedric Wilson in the game, I mean, you pick your poison. If I was a defensive coordinator, I'm gonna say, hey, Dalton Schultz got to beat me. I'm not gonna let Cedric Wilson, CeeDee Lamb, and Amari Cooper beat me. I give up Dalton Schultz. So Dalton Schultz really didn't see that type of, coverage. He wasn't getting covered like Mark Andrews from the Ravens and Kelsey from Kansas City and Kittle from the 49ers and Pitts from Atlanta. He wasn't getting that type of coverage. The kid from Cincinnati, who played at Cincinnati last year, that he wasn't getting that type of coverage. He wasn't. So he's a byproduct of people being around him. Now, if Schultz go to the Jets or somewhere like that, and you ain't got no dominant wide receiver, Schultz gonna get probably have these type numbers, what you seeing right now from Njoku. He's not fast. He's crafty, but he's how many linebackers can Schultz really beat one-on-one? Come on now. Let's be realistic. I'm not trying to knock him. I'm just saying let's be realistic. A lot of his catches were a byproduct of who he was playing with and how much they opened up the field for him. He caught the ball, yes. He had some good yardage, yes, et cetera, yes. But some of this stuff is because of who was on the field with him. That's all I'm saying. All right? And regardless of what he's done, he does not deserve, he's not that type of tight end. He's not. That money is reserved for Travis Kelce, Kittle, Mark Andrews. Those are probably the three best tight ends in the game. I'm gonna even throw in here's what the real truth is. The one that's loving this the most with this Njoku contract is not Dalton Schultz. The one that's loving this the most is Darren Waller from the Raiders, who's another dynamic tight end. His contract ends this year. Can you imagine what Waller gonna ask for? And we all know what Waller brings to the table. So, I mean, he just sitting back. His starting price is Njoku's contract. And if Dalton Schultz, some kind of way, get this money from somebody. Now, I'm about to say something in a minute. And some of y'all ain't gonna like it. But I got to say it. Because one thing I learned about the Jones family these last few years, things that they should do, they don't do. And then things that they do, I mean, you question like, what? Why? I said that to say this. Dalton Schultz fit that description of our guys. You know, that's the Cowboy way. We like paying our guys. So you have to ask yourself the question over the last few years, who qualifies to be considered our guys? Well, y'all gonna name some names. I got a few in my head. Jason Witten was one of our guys. He plays the right way. That's what they like to say. Okay. Mr. Romo, our guy, plays the right way. Zach Martin, it's one of our guys. He plays the right way. Sean Lee. Thank you, Coach. Yeah, I say to you, we're on the same way. Sean Lee. He's one of our guys. He plays the right way. Y'all noticing something? Y'all noticing something? I said Romo, Witten, Zach Martin, Sean Lee. Y'all noticing something? Oh, okay, I'll be fair. I'll be fair. Dak Prescott. It's one of our guys. He plays the right way. I'll be fair. And Dalton Schultz is a guy that has been described as our guy. He plays the right way. I'm gonna be messed up if they pay this man. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Thank you, Coach. LVE, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our guy. Gave him another contract. We believe in, we just believe he's gonna turn it around. He'll play. Okay. Dalton Schultz, I've heard them say this. You heard it. Come on, y'all. Let's be honest. Hey, Chill Will, I'm sorry, man. I ain't seen you on it. Hey, Smoke. I'm sorry y'all ain't seeing all this. But y'all need to come to Facebook to see all these little charts I'm showing on Podbean. But I didn't even look over here. I apologize. Chill Will, Smoke on Saturday Night Smoke on Podbean. Gentlemen, what is going on? Michael, I see you. I see you in here. I appreciate you. Chill Will said Schultz don't have more TD. He did last year, Chill Will. He did last year. There's really no comparison between the two, to be honest with you. It just ain't no doubt about that. It's no comparison. Schultz is better. Schultz is better. I give him that. Schultz is better. See, we got to stop talking about potential. But if they ain't showed you, he been in the league 5 years, I think. 2017 or way longer. Come on now. You ain't showed me by now. I don't think you got it. Yeah. See what I'm saying? He's one of their. I'm just going off the history of the franchise. Some of us been fans long enough to know when they say our guys and play the right way. We got people who we know fits those criteria. So I don't think it's too far-fetched to even insinuate that Stephen Jones won't pay this. Well, I mean, I believe he might be paying this guy because he's one of our guys. Mari Cooper ain't one of his guys. They throw up all type of stuff. You know, his production don't match the contract. Well, I'm here to tell you, Schultz don't match Njoku's contract. It don't. You know, and if Schultz signed, as crazy as it's gonna sound, if Schultz signed a contract where he's only making, $8 to $9 million a year, he's a fool. And the Cowboys' negotiation tactic is obvious. It's going to be like, look, we're going to pay you $8 to $9 million now. I know you see what Njoku made, but I promise you, if you go out in the market, nobody's going to pay you $13 million a year. I can promise you that. And in actuality, I would have to agree with Steven. I mean, he could. I can already see the meeting already in my head. They're going to tell him, like, look, you're really not going to get this much. We offering you $9 million. We even throw a couple incentives in to you where you can get the chance to make $10 million. If you make a Pro Bowl, we'll give you $500,000. If you catch for 1,400 yards or 1,300 yards, we'll give you another half. That'll be another $1 million. So that'll give you a 10. I can see that happening. But I guarantee you're gonna tell them, look, you're not gonna get $9 million from another team. You're not. Because you're not considered one of the top. I mean, God, Schultz probably is a top 15 tight end, maybe. For real, top 12 maybe. He's not. I mean, I can name. Look. I mean, good God. Let me go down my list real quick. Let's see here. Let's do the NFC East. Let me see. Eagles. Is Zach Ertz not there. Oh, is Dallas Goedert better than Dalton Schultz from Philadelphia? Yes. That's one. I ain't got to the real dogs yet. I'm just going down. Washington, he stayed hurt too much. Logan, I believe that's his name, whatever. I can't give it. I got to give that to Schultz. So I got one. Okay. Who's else in there? Washington, Giants, Philadelphia. The Giants has Evan Ingram. Ingram don't stay on the field enough, so I can't give that to him. So no. All right, let's go to the South. Is Rob Gronkowski, even at his age, better than Schultz? Yes, that's two. The Saints, I think that's Cook. I'll give Schultz him. Panthers, I don't even know who that is. I know I'm missing a team. Tampa, Carolina, Tampa. Jesus, who am I missing in that division? Atlanta. Is he better than Pitts? No. That's three. Let's go to the NFC West. Is he better than Kittle? No. Seattle. I don't even know who Seattle tight end is. So I don't even know who that is. The Rams. Is he better than any of the Rams tight end? I don't know the name. I forgot. Everett. I believe that's it. Is he better than Everett? No, that's 5. Arizona. Zach Ertz is in Arizona. Is he better than Ertz? No, that's 6. I got 6 right on my hand now. I ain't got to the big boys yet, y'all. Okay. What am I missing? I said the South, the West, the East, the North. Green Bay. I don't even know who Green Bay tight end is. He's not. Chicago. Is he better than that kid? I forgot his name off the top of my head. Oh goodness. Most of you fantasy players know. That's a toss-up, so I ain't gonna say that. The Lions. Is he better than the kid from Iowa? The one that golfed through to all the not Hickerson. The answer to that is no. I just can't think of his name. That's 7. I'm thinking about somebody else who I'm missing out the North. The Vikings. I don't even know who the tight end is there. Oh, good Lord, Kyle Rudolph. At this point, is he better than Kyle Rudolph? Nope. That's 8. I'm at 8 right now. I'm at 8 right now. In my view, I ain't got to the AFC yet. AFC West. Is he better than Kelsey? I mean, Lord have mercy. We ain't got to talk about that. That's 9. Tennessee. No, I said the West. West. The Chargers. I don't know who the Chargers tight end is just off the top of my head. Forgive me for not knowing it. Chargers. Who else in the West? Chargers. The Raiders. He's not better than Waller. That's 9. Broncos. Well, I don't know who the tight end is. Oh, that's Font. He ain't better than Font. That's 10. That's 10. Okay. I'm just going. That's 10. I got. Let me mark it down so I won't miss it. 10. I got 10 tight ends that's better than Schultz now. All right. Let's go quickly to the AFC East. Is he better than the Buffalo tight end? I don't know his name, but the answer to that is no. I forgot. I think the big number 88. No, he's not better than that. Miami. That's Gil Silky. No, not to me. That's 12. I'm sorry. I'm just going down my little list. AFC East, Buffalo, the Patriots. I don't even know who their tight end is now, so I can't give that to them. Yeah, that's Howard from Buffalo. Yeah. One more. AFC East, Miami, New England, the Jets. I don't know who their tight end is. I don't know. So I can't say it. The South, Tennessee. Their tight end is pretty good, but he's not featured, so I can't. You don't have the stats like that. You don't have the stats. The Colts. I forgot. I don't know. I don't know him. Who else in the South? Is it the Jaguars? Okay, Dalton Schultz is better than Jaguars tight end. Who am I missing? I did the AFC South. I did the AFC East. AFC North. Is he better than Mark Andrews? No. It's 13. The Steelers tight end who showed out a little bit last year, but that was his real first year being. So I'm gonna give Schultz that. Okay, I'll give Schultz that. Cleveland, is he better than Njoku? To me, yes. Okay. Oh, he's better than Njoku. I'll give him that. Somebody else in the AFC North I'm missing. Cincinnati. The kid that was there last year, he's not playing with them this year. And I forgot what team he went to, But whatever team he playing for, he's not better than him. So that's 14. Okay, that's 14. I got 14. Am I missing anybody? I said the AFC East. I said the AFC North. I did the AFC South. And I did the AFC. So according to my account, and keep in mind, there's some tight ends I just don't have forgotten or just don't, just remember. So there could be more. But as of me right now, I got 14 tight ends that's better than him. I said top 15. And when you're the top 14 tight end, ladies and gentlemen, you do not deserve that type of money. I could do the same thing for Njoku. Njoku ain't better than none of these tight ends either. But he got paid like he is. And Dalton Schultz, I can't blame him, but he gonna run in there and say, wait a minute, y'all. Somebody got to pay me. And Steven gonna walk in there and play a little hardball with him. And I don't blame Steven. And look, Doc, man, look. This is one time I'm gonna bag up Steven Jones. Unless, of course, he gonna pay him as one of his guys. I'm a little scared of that because I done seen that before. I done seen the one of these guys get overpaid. Why in the world did Sean Lee get paid? Why in the world did LVE get paid again? Why? I get Zach Martin. I ain't gonna even argue with that one. I'm not gonna get it. They had no choice but to pay Dak. I ain't gonna even. You had no choice. But why in the world would you pay LVE again? Why would you pay Sean Lee? Person can't even stay on the field. Period. Both of them. They got paid. And it was all because Jason Garrett started this mess. They play the game the right way. They play the game. They don't play. They ain't on the field. How they playing the game the right way when they not even on the field? Y'all understand what I'm saying? So I'm thinking Jared Stephen is going to play a little hardball. And if he signs an extension, well, the right guy win again. Personally, what I think they should do, and I'm over the phone lines just a second. Personally, what I think they should do is very simple. I really believe they should play this out with Dalton. Let him go on play. Make him play the franchise tag. And start going scouting now, tight ends. There's some tight ends in the draft that's good. If this Ferguson kid steps up, which I think he can, if this Ferguson kid that we drafted from Wisconsin, if he steps in and plays pretty good, which I think he will, then you can go get another tight end from the draft or free agency. The thing you better not do is pay Dalton Schultz more than $13 million. I know that. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm through, and the crowd goes wild. Phone line is open right now. I know y'all got plenty to say. Let's go. I ain't gonna even play with y'all. Let's go. The Dalton Schultz want to act the fool. Let him act the fool. Go ahead. You ain't getting no $14 million. I love you. You had a good year. You're not trash, but you ain't that guy. That type of money is reserved for real guys. Joe, they're not going to lose him. They're going to make him play their franchise tag. He might be Dak's security blanket, but that security blanket ain't worth $14 million. No way. No way. If David Njoku got 13, what in the world you think Darren Waller's gonna ask for from the Raiders, whose contract is coming up? I mean, Njoku reset the market. They popping champagne bottles with David Njoku. They thank him. They thank him and his agent tremendously. He reset the market. And Kittle and Andrews and Waller and Kelsey are like, wait a minute. You got to be kidding me. Now, no. Can you imagine what Travis Kelce was thinking when he saw that? Think about it. Think about it. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine what Kittle is thinking? Kittle got to be saying, "Oh my God, let me go knock on the door of the office right now." Ain't nowhere in the world we're gonna let David Njoku out, but out get paid $4-5 million more than us. Nowhere in the world. I can't blame him. Phone lines open. 03960. Here we go.
Call phone.
Coach Marlowe.
My coach is in the building. And coach, you on the dance floor. Let's roll now. Let's roll.
Man, hey man, you can't put it no better than what you done put it, Big Show. You can't put it no better than what you put it. This is the reason why, and as I posted in that thing, he signed the tenure. Yeah, he signed. He'd been a fool to sign it. He signed it. It didn't take him long to sign. He grabbed the first. He grabbed a crayon to sign. He knew that. Hey, I didn't think I would get those $11 million. So yes, he signed it. That's why he can do this little holdout. He's not going to hold out the mandatory OTA because that's $15,000 per day that he missed. He doesn't get a check. It's not like he got no signing bonus. He don't get paid that $11 million until the season actually starts. So he got to be there when the season starts, and he's gonna get paid that $11 million. But he don't show up all the way to training camp to the game start. As long as he report, he guaranteed that $11 million. So you're right. They let him play the franchise tag. But I got questions about that, Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
I got questions, and let me illustrate my questions that I really have a problem with this. You have already pointed out, and I think people can understand that Dalton Schultz is a good player.
He's a good player.
He is good. He's a good player, solid player, but he's not worth being one of the top paid players on our football team.
True.
Okay, but he deserves another contract.
Yes.
And we already know we did this wrong. We should have tried to work a contract with him early and set a range for him, and then let the market show what he can get, and then give us the right to first refusal. It might have came in at $9 million a year, and we might have could have got him then with a contract of $9 million, but we didn't work it right.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the problem I have with it when you talk about our guys.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard a peep through this whole time of the Joneses negotiating this like they did Dak, like they did Tank, like they did every other quota. But they negotiate this through the media. They haven't told people how much they offered. They ain't told about how you need to take a team-friendly deal. They ain't talking about we got other pieces and we trying to fit Dalton Schultz in the framework, and we trying to evaluate what's going to be good. They hadn't said a word.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's strange to me.
You know how.
Now you say he's not going to come.
You know how to read it though.
Now you say, go ahead.
You may think it's
strange.
What you say, Joe? I say you know it may sound strange, but you know how to read that though.
Yeah, we can read the tea leaves on that. We really can read the tea leaves on that because it bothers me because he was one of their guys, and as I said in one of my comments, this is just the chickens coming home to roost. Dalton Schultz is the chicken coming home to roost because they never thought their guy would book up and tell people, oh, he's not coming to OTA, or talking about he's gonna hold out something.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that wide receivers do. See what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff that I was anticipating CeeDee Lamb is going to do next year after a big year. You know, he'll try to do that. They don't expect that from one of their guys because usually the way the Cowboys go, one of their guys get taken care of.
That's right. But listen, I'm not, and I want people to understand me. Schultz is doing what he's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Schultz is his agent, and this may be Schultz, and this is his agent. They understand. And let me tell you something else that motivated this, saying I'm not going to come to the rest of OTA practice. It's the same thing that happened with Zeke. Mm-hmm. When you in OTAs, you start to install your offense, and you start to see Tony Pollard at receiver, and you start to see them start to throw the ball to Tony Pollard, and you understand that your catches you're not going to get a target 104 times the next year, and you know you may not get targeted about 60 times or 50 times the next year. If you don't get your payday now, you ain't going to have the stats to get it later on.
Got that right.
You
got to get it
wild. You see the handwriting on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to.
That's how Zeke held out.
Yeah. Staying down there in Cabo. Saying, I ain't getting on the plane until I get my money.
He went through all the OTAs. He went through all the OTAs of Kellen Moore first year being offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Zeke went through all the OTAs, and he saw where the offense was going. And he said, if I don't get my second contract now, they're going to cut my carries, and I'm not going to get a chance to go to the negotiating table to say that I'm a 1,400, 1,500 yard rusher because I'm not going to get enough opportunity to get 1,300 or 1,400 yards, and my value is going to be diminished because of the offense that we're in.
Exactly.
So these are smart. This is a smart thing, but the Joneses created this monster because you don't use franchise tag. Mm-hmm. Franchise tag was established in the collective bargaining agreement for franchise players.
There you go.
Not role players.
Not good players.
That's right. So if you franchise a guy, you will consider him a franchise guy. So now, when you franchise a guy, you have to give him the average, whichever tender you put on him. And the Cowboys put a 2 first-round tender on Dalton Schultz, which was the highest franchise tag. No, they put a first-round tender on him, which is the second highest franchise tag, which you had to then give him the average of the top 5 highest paid tight ends in the league. Mm-hmm. If you give him the exclusive franchise tag, which they gave Dak Prescott, that's tendering him 2 first-round draft picks, and you have to pay them in the average of the top 3 players in that position. Mm-hmm. So now you're paying them top 5 money. Now he done fell out of the top 5 money because, of course, the Joku done came in. Yeah. So when you try to franchise tag him again next year, it's just going to go up plus a 20% kicker that goes in on top of that number.
Easily.
This is just they just created this problem that they had now. But this is when Stephen Jones, he said he's a penny pincher. He said he's Mr. Cap guy. Yeah. He's worried about the cap. He always tells us about Zeke. He make a lot of money. Dak Prescott contract, when you sign a franchise contract, quarterback, you have problems with getting other stuff. He talked all this noise about this.
Yeah. But
this is when the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
What you gonna do now, Steven? Because if you were true to your game about what you said about these contracts and keeping them in line, there would be no question that you would tell Dalton Schultz, hey, you're going to play on this franchise tag, and we'll see at the end of the year how it goes. And if you don't want to report and you still want to talk a lot of stuff, I'm going to see if I can trade you because somebody else might trade for you because they know you're going to get $11 million and let them try to work your deal.
Exactly. Make no mistake about it. He ain't getting no $11 million, coach. He not.
Well, he's going to get, if you trade him, he's a tradable piece because a team you say, okay, we know what he's going to pay. We got $11 million. We could try to work out a deal with him. That, you know, but we know he's going to be $11 million. He got the tag. He's going to play because Dalton Schultz is going to play regardless because he's not a great enough player to say, oh, I sat out. If he don't play well, he don't get paid. He got to show all the time because people not saying what he could do. Yeah. He got to show what he can do every time. Exactly. So you ain't got no problem with him going to be in the camp and playing because he ain't taking no fine.
Yeah.
But the chicken's coming home to roost, and the rubber's going to meet the road because your guy, the quote, our guys, is the one that's causing the friction now. Yes, now let's see what the Cowboys and Jones are going to do. Are they going to tear Dalton Schultz down like they tear C.D. Lamb?
Nope.
Ezekiel Elliott? Nope. Amari Cooper down?
Nope.
Nope. There's going to be a word. They hadn't said a word, and they're going to send their hitchman out.
Well, keep in mind.
They're sending hitchman out now to talk about how much Schultz is important.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, Coach, usually what they do is get somebody to leak it through the media, the person that's going to tear it down. I've been waiting on that. I ain't seen it yet.
Ain't seen a word. Mm-hmm. Every other contract, when they franchise tag someone or they had a contract with a big player, it has always been done in the media ever since all the way back to Emmett Smith.
Exactly.
It's been done in the media when they had big contracts out there. It's always been done in the media. We haven't heard a word about Schultz until Schultz comes up and mentions that he's not going to come to some of the OTAs, and there hasn't been a rebuttal from the Joneses yet.
Not a word, not a peep. Interesting.
So this fans, let's call it like it is, but if they do pay him,
oh my,
that means all this stuff that Stephen Jones said and all this stuff about how he wasn't going to pay guys because of salary cap, that wasn't the case. That was what you want to pay, who you want to pay.
Yo, guy.
And I'll make this last point, Big Show, and this goes back to your boy Kellen. If Kellen is who you think he is, he should be able to make it work with the tight ends that he's got there.
Yeah.
Because you let Randy Gregory go and you expect Dan Quinn to still make it and you let his piece go. And you didn't bat an eye. You think the defense is going to be right back what it was. You mean to tell me you can't get these other guys, which no tight end in this system of Dallas has ever done bad?
Interesting.
They got to get it straight, Big Show. I appreciate you going out there and putting it out the way it is and saying it the way it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Exactly, it's their guy.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, Coach.
But I want to see what the reply is going to be from the Joneses.
Well, stay tuned. I don't know if you're going to hear it or not, Coach. you ain't going to hear that to the open. That'll be next week when they start training. I mean, when they start real training camp. That's when you'll probably hear about that. By then, Schultz will probably be good.
I hope the other guys go out there and do well. I hope the other guys go out there and do real well. And then there's just an opportunity for some other guys to step up and do it. But Schultz he might miss one day. That's all he's gonna do. He's not missing no voluntary stuff. Just puffing. But the chickens did. The Jones did think that chicken. He's our guy. That he'll be the one to expose the hypocrisy that's going on in the Cowboys organization.
Wow. Appreciate you, Coach.
I'll let you later, Big Show.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Wow. There you go, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe that's the reason why some of y'all come hanging with me. You know, it's my core people. Because y'all know I'm going to tell it like I see it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it is what I say is gold. But if you've been with me a while, you'll notice that pretty much a lot of the stuff that we put out here is kind of true. Huh? Yeah, we talked about this on Saturday. I wasn't expecting Dalton Schultz to put this little information out here, but it makes sense. I had called it. I called it. And here we go. The ball now is gonna be in Jones. I'm interested, just like Coach Marv was saying. I'm kind of interested because remember what they said, Jerry in particular, what Mr. Jones said, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, he said about Amari Cooper. He said that we could not pay that amount of money based off the production that he was giving. In other words, I'm not paying $20 million a year to Amari Cooper because his production does not match what a $20 million a year player ought to have. That's what Jerry Jones said. So the question to me is, are you going to pay Dalton Schultz? You know, my opinion, you know, and I mean, come on now. Dalton Schultz, and please don't take this, like I said, like I'm trying to discredit him. I'm not. He is a solid player. Look at this stat right here. I didn't say this all the time. I mean, one again. I wanted to pick this up, and this goes back to what Joe was saying. All right. Joe saying that he's his security blanket. Well, Joe is absolutely right. Look at the receptions again. All right, right here. Receptions. 78 yards, 78 receptions, 808 yards. But watch this. Look at that 1D right there beside yards. 43 of his 78 catches were for first down. He's a chain mover. 460 of his 808 yards was the yards before the catch. Look at that. He does what a solid tight end does. He does. But solid don't equal Njoku type money. No. That's for the elite. He could just said it right here. Because I just for those that can't Wendy, I'm sorry. Hey Wendy. I just named, I went down the whole NFL. Each team. I just named 14 tight ends. That I think is better than Dalton Schultz. 14. We know who the top 3 to 4 tight ends are. But I name about 6 more, 7, 8 more. Joe said, and now that Cooper is gone, he's going to get even more targets. That all depends on, Joe, how good Lamb is, how good the rookie is, Tolbert, who's gonna get some time, James Washington. You know what I'm saying? My question is CD gonna get doubled a whole lot like Cooper did? I don't know that yet. I would think so. Your job is to take away something, so take away Lamb. James Washington, who's a dog, but he just ain't reached his potential yet. The battle is gonna be for the number 2 spot until Gallup get back. Tolbert probably gonna play inside. He'll probably be our new Cedric Wilson. I think he's gonna do quite well. In other words, the coverage probably is going to roll to CD because they'll say, okay, we're going to let James Washington beat us outside. We're not going to let CD beat us. If I was a defense coordinator just off the top of my head right now, I'm taking away CD Lamb because I don't fear Dalton Schultz. I, as of now, don't fear Tolbert because I ain't seen him yet. So I ain't got no reason to fear him yet. And James Washington, the book is already out on him. He's fast. He's a dog. But, I have him beat me before I let Lamb beat me, which means, Joe, you're right. Schultz will be open. And Lord have mercy if they do what, come on now. If they some kind of way involve Tony Pollard in the game as a receiver, like everybody is saying, I believe that when I see it. If they putting Pollard in the slot, then yeah, Schultz will be open. Because you gotta respect Pollard. I think you're gonna have to respect Tolbert before this thing's all said and done. Oh yeah, I think I ain't gonna say he's gonna get more targets. I mean, let's look at the targets. He had 104 last year. There it is there. He had 104 targets last year. I don't see that, but I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen. If he get more targets, if he get 20 more targets than he got last year, I mean, look at the difference between 2020 and 2021. That's 104 to 89 targets. I mean, that's a lot. That's a good jump. If he get about 120 targets, Dalton Schultz gonna make a Pro Bowl this year. If you get about 120 targets, he'll be over 1,000 yards. He would. He'll probably have, let me see how many touchdowns he had last year. He had, I forget. It's there somewhere. There you go. I need to get. I think he had 8 touchdowns. 8 touchdowns. He had 8 touchdowns last year. It's unbelievable. Joe says I will give Schultz between $12 to $14 million. Ladies and gentlemen, let's Joe, you my guy. I need you to tell me why you believe, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I need you to tell me why you think he deserves that type of money. Now, if you tell me if that's what the market is, then I understand because we're living in a time when in the NFL where whoever's next is going pretty much that's the quarterback position. Whoever's next gonna break the market, just like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, he's next. He's gonna break it. He's gonna totally destroy it. Josh Allen, oh my goodness. Those two guys, they are going. We already got it. Josh already got it. I'm saying, but Lamar Jackson is just going to destroy this thing. Whoever's next. But Joe, tell me why you figure he deserves. I mean, you give him $14 million a year, he then becomes the highest paid tight end in the game. Over all them guys that we named. And these are the stats right here. Solid stats. But not, tell me why. Other than that. Yeah, that's true too, Coach. It's the truth, but type in why, Joe. Joe, my guy Joe's over there in Italy. You about ready to go to bed, but before you go to bed, Joe, you got to share with me. I wish there's a way you could call in. I don't know if you can call in from Italy. It ain't worth it. No. Okay. Yeah. He could say he don't deserve no more than 8. That's what I'm going with. I'm saying somewhere between 8 and 9, and he'll get some incentives on there. Some reasonable goals because they'll try to take care of them. You make a Pro Bowl, we'll give you $500,000. Bam. And then if you catch 1,300 yards, we get the other half. That's $1 million right there. That's your incentive. I just think Joe answered above Kush. Okay, let me see what Joe said. who gave you more production on the team last year. I believe that's because Joe that it's because of who he was on the field with. See, when teams decide who they're gonna try to take out, it's obviously gonna leave somebody open. And I think that Schultz benefited from having Amari Cooper on the line. Now, we really wanted to do some real film study. Well, what we really need to do, because I think Coach Marr may be the only one that might do something like that. Myself, I don't think nobody want to do this. A real good film breakdown would be is to see. I'm sorry, when they came out and lined up with Schultz on the same side as Amari Cooper last year. I wonder what's the percentage of that? That's what that would, because if that's the case, Cooper demand a double team. That means that Schultz pretty much would go one-on-one, or he only had a linebacker to beat in the zone. And Schultz is good at zone. Finding holes in the zone. He is good at that. He is. He's real good at that. That's why he had the numbers that he had, because he found places in the zone. That's what it is. But it would be real interesting to see where did he line up? What's the percentage that he was on the same side as Amari Cooper when they lined up, whatever the formation was, because that had to clear some things out. The safety was over the top. It's very rare if they shaded a linebacker with Cooper. That didn't happen much. They used the corner and the safety. Those two guys are gone. They doubling them, which leaves that whole side wide open now. I mean, I just think he was a product of other guys that he was with. If Lamb and Cooper, if Seth Wilson lined up on the same side with Amari Cooper and Schultz lined up on the left side, for instance, it's going to be open now. Okay, it's going to be open because all the coverage is going to Cedric Wilson and Amari Cooper. See what I'm saying?
0396035.
Phone line sit open. Coach done got back in again.
Coach Mark.
Let's talk, Coach.
Hey, show. Let me clear up a couple things. I understand they was asking about Schultz and his catches. I'm gonna tell you why that Schultz to me is not worth $14 million. Mm-hmm. 12 or 14 million. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't come down about he got 7 to 8 catches, which most of those catches were in zone coverage where he could find spots in the zone. That's not really a big asset of saying that you have to do this, that you can find spots in the zone. He really got most of his catches on dump offs and off play actions, because tight ends get most of their catches off play action. But he probably would have had even better, bigger plays if we would have ran the ball more in the second half of the season. I'm going to get to the real reason why I say Dalton Schultz is not that $14, $12 million guy. And film shows this. Dalton Schultz blocking is atrocious.
Yep.
And our run game is suffering because of his blocking. I don't care what he came in as. He came in as a blocking guy. He got into Kellen Moore's scheme. He lost weight, and he came in, and we got to the point where he can get a little bit more athletic so he can catch a couple of passes.
Yep.
But his blocking is not top level. And if you look at even Waller, the guy at the Raiders, if you look at the guys that's in the top of the money chain of tight end, these guys can block as well as catch.
Mm-hmm.
Your first job as a tight end, people, at football, your first job is blocking because you're going to do that more than you're going to get catches because you're probably going to block every single play. So if you are 30% in blocking, you can't help us enough in the passing game to overcome that. Mm-hmm. If this guy from Wisconsin is what I think he is, we will see if this guy can block better, where our running game will get better, and the tight end will catch touchdown passes.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Schultz caught 8 touchdown passes.
Yep.
6 of those touchdowns came when we ran the ball for over 150 yards.
Yep.
So when we did run the ball well and we got pass happy, he became a drop-off guy.
Yep.
And he had 7 catches in the playoff game. How many targets? You showed it up that big show. He had 7 catches for 89 yards.
Pretty good game.
Yeah. And what did that affect us? Did that get us touchdowns?
Nope.
Mari Cooper caught 1 pass for 35, 40 yards for a touchdown. We gave 7 catches to Dalton Schultz. CeeDee Lamb had 4 targets and 2 catches.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Pollard had 4 touches in the game. If they're dependent on to say if they give him 12 to 14, they're gonna say, well, he got to earn his 12 or 14. Yeah. And if Kellen Moore is dumb enough to say, well, now we got this tight end at 12 or 14 million, and now we need to feature him in the offense and feature less of Lamb, less of Tony Pollard, less of Zeke, and less of the other Gallup or any other wide receiver that has a matchup, mm-hmm. we will be on this show next year talking about what we need to do to get back in the playoffs.
No question. No question.
And I think we did they just glassed over the running game because they want to say, yeah, he's good. His blocking last year, and then his blocking was bad because the first thing he talked about in his locker room interview was, I got to get better at my blocking because of the atrocious last
year. Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason why that's why he came in, I think, 10 to 12 pounds bigger, because he knows that he was getting bullied by guys all over the league last year. That's just the bottom line. He was. The brother couldn't block anybody.
Yeah. And listen, we got more than, it's about 18 tight ends. I know you didn't say something about New England. Man, New England spent a lot of money on their tight ends. No, they didn't have a great receiving year, their tight ends. But their tight ends can get in the game like they got in Buffalo last year and throw the ball 4 times, but run it 50-some times when you know the run was coming. And that's only because you can run it is because your tight ends are really busting people up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So let's don't get sugarcoated and find out if they're trying to change their mentality of physical play. I'm not saying Dalton Schultz is not good, but he is not going to be. If we got to feature him like a $14 million tight end, that means we're taking less plays from CeeDee Lamb. That means we're taking plays from guys that are explosive, that teams that are going to, they have to game plan again.
No question.
You can ask any NFL defensive coordinator out there, and I guarantee you they will tell you in big games, we're going to let Schultz beat us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's not $14. That's not 12 to 14. But we got to stop falling in love with our own players because I see one thing about Cowboy fans. Mm-hmm. Every time we cut a guy, which we rarely do that, but every time we let a guy go, we get all of the fluff about, man, they let this guy go. Oh, man. And then when they hear and they don't get us to where we want to go, then we have a problem with it. But great organizations, if you at the bottom of their roster, they're gonna let people go. We hold on to guys that are mediocre sometimes, and I'm not saying Dalton Schultz falls in that category, but we hold on guys that are mediocre, and we ride the horse all the way to the end of the contract. Then the guy leaves and get a one-year deal someplace else, and they find out he really can't play, and we done had him for 4 years.
Never be heard from again. Never be heard again. Appreciate you, Coach.
So that's why I say with Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
If this is a new era of the Cowboys,
yeah,
show us this. Tell Dalton Schultz that, hey, we're going to do franchise tag. We want you less of what the contract we're going to give you.
Yeah.
But they can make it work. They can a Joker contract. If you look at it, they gave him big money up front, and his cap hit for the next couple of years ain't gonna be with $3 million 1 year and $4 million the second year. It jumps in the third year, but they'll be able to spread it out. But it goes right back to what I said a long time ago, Big Show. Yeah. They ain't trying to give no big contracts. Don't sure they ain't gonna get no contract because they're not trying to write no $10, $15 million check this year.
Not yet.
And I don't know what the cash flow going on, but they ain't trying to write those checks.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Coach. Awesome. As you.
All right.
All right. We're gonna get it straight. Joe, I left this comment because I didn't want to forget it. It's more than just stats. You see, when whoever plays the 49ers, this is when you know who's better. Whenever you play the 49ers, the first person on offense that you're looking for is George Kittle, who demands a double team on every passing play that they have. You cannot go one-on-one with George Kittle. They have cornerbacks that guard George Kittle, who move to the inside to play George Kittle because a linebacker cannot hold him. He's getting doubled on every play. He can block. He's physical. Lord knows he can catch. Great receiver. When Dalton Schultz come out of the huddle, they just say, okay. There is no concentration on Dalton Schultz when he come out the huddle. That is more than just the stats. And even with getting double team, and remember, Kittle, Joe, when you said that, remember Kittle was out a lot of games. I know that because I had him on my fantasy team. I know he was out at least 3 weeks. Put him up real quick and see how many games and how he started. He was out, and he still put them numbers up. Matter of fact, I don't want to do that, but let me go there. Let me go there. Just out of my curiosity. Just for my curiosity. Let me go there. I just want to see. I just want to see how many games Kittle played. And he still put them numbers up. Let me see what he did. Okay. Yeah. Kind of. Let's look at Kittle real quick. Let's look at Kittle real quick, and then we'll go and leave. Look at 2021 at the bottom there. He only played 14 games. I think Schultz played 17. I'm sorry. I mean, look at. 2020 only played 8 games. Look at the targets. I mean, come on now. It's not even. Catch 75% of his passes. I mean, he played on the 14, so you can project. He missed 3 games. I knew I was right because he was on my fantasy team. He missed 3. So you already know if he played them 3 games, he's been over 1,000 yards. You know that. See what I'm saying? So I mean that it's not even a comparison. You have to pay attention to Schultz. I mean, excuse me, to Kittle. When he comes out, you are looking to shut him down. When you come out the Cowboys huddle, Schultz's name is not even the top 4 for options. Kittle he had a quarterback who Garoppolo only threw to him. You can't even name until Debo got there. You couldn't even name a receiver for the 49ers. He was the offense until Debo got there. You couldn't even name because that's all Garoppolo threw to. Quick slants, find Kittle. That was the offense. And they knew he was getting it. And they doubled him. And he still was getting those type of stats, as you can see. You see what I'm saying? The Cowboys, when the Cowboys break the huddle, we just stick with last year. You're number one taking Cooper away. You're then looking to find Lamb. It's just my opinion. That's what I would do. Then you're looking at Gallup. You know, we ain't even got to, the running backs. And I mean, to me, Schultz is about 5 or 6 on the list. For real. And it's not a knock against what I'm saying, but he's just not, if a defensive coordinator is saying, we're going to let you beat us. Nobody's saying that about George Kittle. No defensive coordinator saying, we're going to let George Kittle beat us, because he would. You can't say that about Schultz. So it's more than just stats. It's about the design of the defense, or when you have to pick your poison, is your choice of poison Dalton Schultz or Amari Cooper? I think we all know who they're gonna stop. So, Schultz is don't get us wrong. Schultz is exactly. Schultz is good. He is. He's good. The stats show that. He's good. He just ain't on this type of level, though. No. No, sir. He is not on this type of level. See? There's respect. Whenever people, like he could saying, he's saying the same thing that we're saying. When people do a whole week of game planning and they are focused and locked in on you and trying to figure out and trying to shut you down, and you still come up with these big numbers, oh, you a bad boy. Kittle is game plan for every single week. Double teams, and he still puts up these type of numbers. So you can't knock. Schultz just not on that level. I mean, he just not. He's getting better though every year. And he's a good fit with that. Worth $14 million though. He ain't worth no 12, 13, $14 million. He's just not. He's not that type of guy. Huh? He could say the same thing. Exactly. Yeah. And keep in mind Joe, keep in mind the style of offense that the 49ers run ever since Shanahan got there. Shanahan is a running offense. That's what he is. He'll have 3 backs. All of them eat. All of them. They run the ball down your throat. You got to have a good blocking tight end to make that happen.
Marlon Haynes.
You got to have that to make it happen. Hold on a second. I got my friend. I don't know if he on there. Marlon, are you watching me? I'm live right now. I'm live right now. Are you watching me on the show? Okay, he ain't saying that. Okay. Anyway. Exactly. So they run the ball so much and so well that a tight end has to be an integral part of the offense, and you got to knock folks' head off. That's what separates Kittle from a lot of guys. You know, the argument could be made that he's more of a complete tight end than Travis Kelce. We all know how good Kelce is. There's an argument that can be made there. A lot of people think he's better than Andrews, who a lot of people consider one of the top 3 tight ends, the tight end from the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, these guys block, these guys can catch, these guys can beat double teams, these guys can destroy one-on-one coverage. They are studied, dissected every single week by a different defensive coordinator, because they know they cannot let those type of guys beat them. Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, George Kittle, Waller, these guys like that, they have to be watched by 2 men. That's how good they are. So Schultz ain't on that level yet. And like I said, I know I'm being repetitive. I'm not knocking them. It's just that I got a feeling that Njoku's contract has started something. It did. It started something. And I think that Dalton Schultz going to try to play a little hard ball, and then I think Steven's going to play a little hard ball. All right, I'm done. That's enough for tonight, because I don't want to, y'all know I'm going to tell the truth on this show. So it is what it is. He's not that guy. He's a guy, but he's not that guy. He's a good guy. He's just not that guy. Not to be paid like that. He's a good guy now. Don't get it twisted. He's very valuable for the offense. He's valuable. Yes, he is. He's valuable. But he ain't the MVP. See, he want MVP type money from the position. No, sir. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't. All right, I'm done. Y'all seen this ticker down here the whole time. All right, y'all see that. All right, these are the ways that you can help your boy out if you can. If you believe in what I do, if you like what I do, if you want to support me financially, I guess, whatever, there's a Cash App right there. There it is on the screen. $, the Big Time Show. I would appreciate it. If you want to be a monthly subscriber, there it is. The Big Time Show 3.supercast.com. If you go to that, it will ask you how much you want to contribute on a monthly basis, whether it's $2, $3, $5, whatever. You can do that as well. And I would appreciate it if you did. If you don't, hey, I just like this. Y'all glad y'all give me your ear. If you want to help me out, support your boy that way, that's fine. One of the other ways that you can support me is going to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to that, why not? That don't cost you nothing. Just go to the Big Time Show. You'll see my face somewhere right there. Just click on that Big Time symbol. Simply do that and subscribe. That's all you got to do. That don't cost you nothing but a little time. That's all it costs. If you want to follow me on Twitter, and I gotta get better on Twitter. I really don't do all that, but there it is at Big Time Lou, at Big Time Lou. Twitch Big Time _73. Those are the ways that you can follow me, and of course, most of you know my personal page. I'm there as well. Again, it's on the ticker for you. If you really want to help your boy out, please go to my YouTube channel and just subscribe. That will help me out for real. YouTube, just go to the Big Time Show. You'll see my face. Click on that Big Time emblem there, and then just go to the page and just put subscribe, and then turn on that bell. That'll give you the live notifications when I'm on. It'll come straight to your phone. Bam. You can watch me through YouTube. If you don't like Facebook, you can watch me through YouTube. It's the same thing. All right. Oh, I see you, Coach. I saw it. Appreciate you. E. Kush, thank you, man. Joe, thank you so much. Coach Price, as always. Appreciate you so much. And y'all didn't see it. Some of y'all need to go to my personal page. They invited me to be on as Coach was there. I think Coach was there with me on a Lakers podcast. It was about 5 of us, and we talked Laker talk. Your boy had to represent. You know that. That was my first time there. I didn't know the guys. They didn't know me, but you know me. Y'all know I didn't bow down for nothing. So when we started talking about Laker, all of us were Laker fans. We just had different ways of, and it wasn't even confrontational. It was just different ways of what we think we need to do heading into next year. So that was interesting. That was fun, and I think that I'm going to be on there again. They asked me to come back, so I will be back since Coach Mara put that out there. I said that this show was more than just the Lakers. I said that. I mean, it's more than the Cowboys. I just ain't done it because I ain't done it. But make no mistake about it, y'all. With the flip of a switch, bam, woo. Do y'all see that? I mean, I can switch this thing up real quick, y'all. I mean, I'm telling look, it don't take long. You see what I'm saying? I can go from Cowboys to Lakers. I mean, look, whatever question you got, I'm going back. But what? Okay. Whatever you want to do, there it is. Whichever way you want to go it. I go Laker talk. If you want, look, I could go there. Whatever the case may be, whatever you want, it's there. But this is a Cowboy time, so hey, there we go. Listen, I appreciate y'all. Listen, since I'm out of school, I told y'all I might be a little bit more visible now since I got the time. Okay, since I got the time, so I'm scheduled to come back on Saturday at 3:00. But I got a feeling I'm gonna come on again during the week. So keep your notifications on. I'm coming. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Coach. Y'all come hang with me. Just keep your phones on, keep your notifications on, and I'm gonna get a little bit more active this summer since I got the little time now. Because some of these folks ain't talking about nothing. I feel like I'm talking about something, so I feel like I am. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to Podbean for everybody that popped in on me. Appreciate y'all so much. Come on, just hang with me. And I don't know when, but I probably come on before Saturday at 3:00. Well, let me take that back. I may do a show Friday because I'm not going to be with you guys, I don't think, on Saturday. I have to eulogize someone on Saturday. And I don't think I'll be back on time. I'm glad I just thought about that. So duty calls for me. I have to eulogize somebody on Saturday. So I will not be with you on Saturday. So I might do something Friday. I might even do it during the day. I mean, that's one thing I might just do it during the day. All right. So yeah, exactly. Coach said I'm waiting on the Jones reply. You already know that. You know, I'm waiting to just see so I can go on crack up a little bit. All right. In the meantime, y'all, thank y'all for hanging with me. Y'all know hands together now. This how we leave every time, y'all. This how we leave. Put your hands on it, because at this show here, we gonna party. I see you, Miss Ty. We gonna party our way. We may argue, we may have some discussions. But one thing about it, we gonna leave out of here together dancing. You know how it is, y'all. This is, y'all. Y'all know I ain't scared. This is the one and the only. It is the Big Time Show.